Good morning, students. Yesterday, we have seen the second law of thermodynamics, two statements of second law of thermodynamics, energy and spontaneity. Energy is not only one criteria to decide the spontaneity of process. Therefore, there is second criteria to decide the spontaneity of process, that is entropy. We have also seen the statement of entropy. Entropy measures the randomness or disorderness of the substance. If randomness increases or disorder increases, entropy increases and the process is spontaneous. Then today we will see the entropy change delta S. The solid substances are in the highly ordered state because the solid substances are compactly arranged. The constituent particles of solids are not free to move. Therefore, they are in the highly ordered state. That is, in the state of lowest disorder. Hence, smallest entropy. A solid substance, if the pure crystalline solid substance, its entropy is 0. On the other hand, gaseous state of a substance is highly disordered because gaseous substances are always in a state of rapid random motion in all possible directions in available space in a straight line path. Therefore, hence the highest entropy. It means that solid substance have lowest entropy and gaseous substance have highest entropy. Yesterday we have also seen that the entropy of the substance increases from solid to liquid to gas. The entropy of a substance increases from solid to liquid to gaseous state. Thus, the melting of ice or vaporization of liquid, entropy change delta S is positive. If entropy change delta S is positive, means entropy increases, randomness increases, disorder increases, the spontaneity increases, means as delta S is positive, the reaction or the process is spontaneous. For example, H2 gas dissociated into hydrogen atoms. Both are in gaseous state, but H2 gas is molar mass is 2 gram per mole. And here hydrogen gas, it is atomic form and its mass is 1 gram. Therefore, molecule is converted into atom, randomness increases, delta S is positive. Yesterday we have seen this value plus 436.4 kilojoule per mole. Means delta S is positive. This delta H value. Delta H is positive, delta S is positive. The reaction is spontaneous reaction. But other hand, second example, in the formation of liquid water from hydrogen gas and O2 gas, entropy decreases. That is, the delta S is negative. Twice H2 gas plus O2 gas, formation of twice H2O liquid. Here, gases are converted into liquid. The disorder or randomness decreases. If disorder or randomness decreases, delta S is negative. But the process is spontaneous. In short, entropy measures extent of molecular disorderness or randomness. Entropy increases with increase in disorder. However, it is difficult to identify disorder or randomness. Therefore, or hence, it is necessary to define the entropy quantitatively. Means, in certain chemical reaction or processes, entropy increases, randomness increases, disorder increases. Or in certain chemical processes, randomness decreases or disorder decreases. But this randomness or disorder cannot be measured definitely. Therefore, it is necessary to define entropy quantitatively. The quantitative definition of entropy is the entropy change of a system in a process is equal to the amount of heat transferred to it in a reversible manner divided by temperature at which the heat transfer takes place. See again, quantitative statement of entropy to measure the disorderness or randomness of the molecule. The entropy change of a system in a process is equal to the amount of heat transferred it in a reversible manner divided by temperature at which the transfer takes place. Therefore, from the quantitative statement of entropy, the entropy change delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T. This equation is from the statement of quantitative definition of entropy, where Q reversible is the heat transfer to the system at a temperature T. The unit of delta S entropy change is Q reversible divided by T. Q is measured in joule and temperature is measured in Kelvin. Therefore, unit of entropy change delta S is equal to joule per Kelvin. Entropy is a state function. This is also seen yesterday. Entropy is a state function because entropy change delta S depend upon initial and final state of system, not depend upon path followed by the system. The property or function which depend upon initial and final state of system, not depend upon path followed by the system, that function or property is called as state function. Therefore, entropy is a state function. From this mathematical equation, we can say that delta S is directly proportional to the Q reversible and delta S is inversely proportional to the temperature. How it can be explained? Delta S is directly proportional to the Q reversible. Q reversible means the heat transferred to the system from the surrounding in a reversible manner. When a Q amount of heat transferred to the system means into the substance vibrates. Our molecules of substance vibrate. Therefore, the disorder or randomness increases. Therefore, delta S is directly proportional to Q reversible. And delta S is inversely proportional to the temperature. At a low temperature, when heat is absorbed or supplied to the system from the surrounding at low temperature. By absorbing heat by the system, the randomness or disorder of substance increases. Therefore, temperature also increases. Means, at a low temperature, by absorbing heat, randomness increases. Disorder increases. Therefore, delta S entropy change is inversely proportional to the temperature. On the reverse, if the initial temperature is higher, means randomness is higher, and by supplying the heat to the system, temperature again increases, but the randomness or disorder does not increase considerably. Therefore, the entropy change is inversely proportional to the temperature. This is the entropy change delta S. Then we see the entropy and spontaneity of the process. That is also called as second law of thermodynamics. How the entropy affects on the process, whether it is spontaneous or non-spontaneous. That is entropy and spontaneity of the process. Melting of ice above 0 degrees Celsius. That is, ice means solid water is get melted or fused entropy increases, randomness increases. Second, vaporization of liquid water above 100 degrees Celsius. Here also randomness increases. The spontaneous process means melting of ice or vaporization of liquid water is the spontaneous process because randomness increases or disorder increases. Delta S is positive. For following reaction at room temperature, entropy increases due to increase in randomness because of formation of O2 gas. That is, twice CH2O2 liquid, hydrogen peroxide, converted into twice CH2O liquid plus O2 gas. Here H2O2 liquid molar mass is higher. H2O is liquid, molar mass is lower, O2 is gas, randomness increases. Delta S is positive. That is, the delta S is equal to plus 126 Joule per Kelvin. Thus, in a spontaneous process in which entropy increases. Here we can say that as entropy increases, the spontaneity of the process increases. Means if delta S is positive, the process is spontaneous. But there are spontaneous processes in which entropy decreases. There are certain processes in which entropy decreases, but the process is a spontaneous process. For example, twice H2 gas plus O2 gas. Here, both hydrogen and oxygen are in gaseous state. Randomness is more, disorder is more. They are highly disordered state. When they combine with each other, there is formation of water molecule liquid. The entropy decreases because gas is converted into liquid. Entropy decreases, disorder decreases, or randomness decreases. Delta S is negative. This process is exothermic process. Delta H is also negative. That is minus 572 kilojoule per mole at 298 Kelvin temperature. This is the delta S of system, and this is the delta H also system. Delta S of system is negative, but the process is spontaneous. Therefore, here the spontaneity of this process is depend upon the total entropy of the process. That is, entropy of the system and entropy of the surrounding added, that gives the total entropy of the process or universe. In this case, the randomness of the system decreases, though it is spontaneous. Therefore, the total entropy of the system and surrounding increases. Therefore, the process is spontaneous. मी तो सांगितलं की total entropy of the system and surrounding is positive. The process is spontaneous. Therefore, delta S total or universe is equal to delta S system plus delta S surrounding. Here, delta S system is known and delta S surrounding can be calculated from delta H system. Here, delta H system is negative, means this heat is transferred to the surrounding from the system. Delta H for system is negative, but delta H for surrounding is positive. Delta S surrounding is equal to delta H surrounding divided by T. That is 572 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 298. It gives 1919 Joule per Kelvin. Delta S total is equal to delta S system plus delta S surrounding. Delta S system is minus 327. Delta S surrounding is plus 1919. It gives plus 1592 Joule per Kelvin. this delta S total is positive, the process is spontaneous. And if delta S total is negative, the process is non-spontaneous. And third, if delta S is 0, the process is at equilibrium. Here, this process is spontaneous though its entropy decreases. But the total entropy of system and surrounding is positive, then and then the process is spontaneous. But the scientists or chemists are interested only in the system, not the surrounding. And when we consider the delta S entropy of system, it is a negative, therefore the process is non-spontaneous. Therefore, the entropy is not only the second criteria to decide the spontaneity of the process. Then there is third criteria which decide whether the process is spontaneous or non-spontaneous definitely. That is the third thermodynamic function which decide whether the process is spontaneous or non-spontaneous definitely. That third criteria or third thermodynamic function called as Gibbs free energy. This is the last criteria or last state function which decide definitely whether the process is spontaneous or non-spontaneous. That thermodynamic property or thermodynamic function is the Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy, which is represented by Z. The Gibbs free energy is defined as Gibbs free energy is defined as a part of energy, a part of energy which is free for the, which is the free for the conversion to useful work. A part of energy which is free for the conversion to useful work is called as Gibbs free energy, which is represented by V. The mathematical equation for Gibbs free energy is G is equal to H minus T into S. The mathematical form of Gibbs free energy, G is equal to H minus T into S. The change in free energy with enthalpy H and entropy S at constant temperature is delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. This is the change in Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy G is the state function. Free energy G is a state function because it depends upon H, T and S. Enthalpy, temperature and entropy are state functions. Therefore, Gibbs free energy is also state function. Then we see the entropy and spontaneity of the process. Entropy and spontaneity. याच्या अगोदर आपण दोन थर्मोडायनामिक प्रॉपर्टी पाहिलेल्या आहेत स्पॉन्टॅनिटीसाठी. पहिली प्रॉपर्टी पाहिली होती एनर्जी अँड स्पॉन्टॅनिटी. दॅट इज द फर्स्ट क्रायटेरिया. From that we cannot decide definitely whether the process is spontaneous or non-spontaneous, because there are certain reactions by evolution of heat continuously, exothermic process spontaneous, but there are certain reactions by absorption of heat also spontaneous, that is endothermic reaction. Second, entropy. As entropy increases, randomness increases, the spontaneity of process increases. But there are certain processes in which entropy decreases, but they are spontaneous. Therefore, first criteria energy, second criteria entropy, they are not decided actually, or they are not decide whether the process is spontaneous or non-spontaneous definitely. Therefore, this is the third criteria, that is Gibbs free energy, which decide definitely whether the process is spontaneous or non-spontaneous. We know that delta S total is equal to delta S system plus delta S surrounding. But here consider delta S of system is equal to delta S. Therefore, delta S total is equal to delta S plus delta S surrounding. Suppose consider here delta H is the enthalpy change of system. Delta H for system is positive. Therefore, delta H for surrounding is negative. That is, delta S surrounding is equal to minus delta H surrounding divided by T, or minus delta H upon T. Put this value of delta S surrounding in this equation. This equation becomes delta S total is equal to delta S minus delta H upon T, or T into delta S total is equal to T into delta S minus delta H, or minus T into delta S total is equal to delta H minus T into delta H. Suppose this is equation second and this is equation first. When we compare the right hand side of equation first and equation second, that is from equation first and second, delta G is equal to minus T into delta S total. As delta G is negative, the process is spontaneous. Here, definitely, we can say that as the value of delta G is negative, the process is spontaneous process. And delta G is positive, the process is definitely non-spontaneous. And delta G is 0, the process is at equilibrium state. Right? We will stop here, and next we will see the point effect of